delicious interview. There's Andre Malherbe. Again, you can see his fans just waving him on.
Notice that Malherbe is taking completely different lines now. He's cutting the corners tight, missing the bumps. He's really on the move now.
Malherbe. Well, a man who's proved beyond doubt what a tremendous rider he is. Twice a world champion, once a runner-up, and he'd like to make it 3 times world champion this year if he can. And to do it, really, he needs to catch Carlquist in this race if he can. And Malherbe in trouble on the turn. Will have lost some ground there, Dave.
Yes, for sure. That's that difficult turn at the bottom of the hill. His concentration is also waning as well.
Well, who can blame them? And motocross riders must be some of the fittest athletes in the world.
They are indeed, Chris. They train very heavily, both physical training on and off the bike. They are fully trained athletes. But now they're drawing towards the end of 90 minutes racing on this rough surface, and it takes the stuffing out of anybody.
And Jean-Jacques Bruno closed the gap when Malherbe made that mistake. You can see the gap there, just 2 or 3 machines length between second place man Malherbe, and the very last thing Malherbe will need is Bruno to go ahead of him. Malherbe must catch Carlquist if he wants to stay out in front in the World Championship table. This is the battle for second place between Belgian Andre Malherbe and the Frenchman Jean-Jacques Bruno. 5 minutes to go before the board goes out to show them they've got 2 more laps after that. So 5 minutes and 2 laps. We're talking in terms of something like 4 laps racing. And Malherbe flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Bruno not quite so stylish, but just as quick.
This downhill jump, normally you take the lowest point. You want to keep as low as possible in the air. When you're in the air high, you're not travelling forwards. There are exceptions to this rule. The jump at the top, where there is a bumpy landing further down, you want the extra lift to clear the bumps.
And Carlquist is beginning to pull away from Andre Malherbe without a shadow of a doubt. We've got the stopwatch on. The gap now 10, almost 11 seconds, 10.9 seconds. Malherbe there being pursued by Bruno. Is Carlquist quickening his pace, or is Andre Malherbe in trouble, Dave?
I think Andre's in trouble. He's making several mistakes now. I think he had a burst 2 laps ago, and he's used up the energy. He's now struggling a bit.
Bruno right on the tail of Andre Malherbe. This is the scrap for second place. Malherbe number 5 on the factory Honda. Jean-Jacques Bruno on last year's Suzuki. And Bruno looks really fit. He looks as if he's going to have a go fast. He does. He goes ahead and has a quick look at Malherbe. Well, that was absolutely amazing. Well, that Bruno went a lot past Malherbe. He looked at him as if to say, what are you messing at, Andre? And Bruno in trouble on the top of the hill. No, he's not. He's got going, but again, he made an awful line. Well, that was absolutely amazing. He looked to Malherbe as if to say, Andre, what are you playing at? Why are you going quick?
I think the circuit now is getting extremely rough, and they're taking different lines, and I think it surprised Bruno that Malherbe let him come alongside.
Well, whatever the reason, Bruno went through into second place, then eased off, and Malherbe went back. Malherbe on the Honda, Bruno on the Suzuki, and they are chasing Hakan Carlquist on the Yamaha. So Malherbe losing ground on the Swede, and if Hakan Carlquist can this one, and really he's thoroughly deserved his victory if he can win. He's been in absolutely sensational form. If Carlquist can win this one, the lead he will have at the end of today will be 5 points, with just 3 more rounds to go in this World Championship battle. Belgium, San Marino and Dutch rounds to go, and really your money's got to be on Carlquist for the title. For sure, he's looking confident, but he mustn't get too confident, because it's on Malherbe's home ground in Belgium, the next GP, and I think that he will get an advantage there. 2 minutes on the watch still remain, then they'll have the 2 laps to go. Well, it's been an absolutely superb spectacle of motocross at its very best, and credit to the Froome Club who organised this. This is their 50th anniversary, and they've learnt a lot in that 50 years of motorcycle sport. Malherbe still under pressure from Bruno. Jean-Jacques Bruno, of course, not in championship contention. Carlquist leads at the moment. Malherbe is in second place. Noyce is third in the World Championship points. And at this moment, Graham Noyce is down in seventh place. So he'll pick up another 4 points. Side by side, Malherbe holds the inside line, or does he? They thunder down. Bruno's going to pass him. Jean-Jacques Bruno goes ahead. No, he doesn't. Malherbe's still there. Bruno goes to the inside line. They side by side. And again, Bruno goes through. And this time, I don't think he's going to let Malherbe come back, David. No, he's in trouble. Bruno was in trouble there, I think. No, he was. It was another tail-ender move over. My apologies, Dave.
I think Malherbe's getting a rough ride. I think maybe his suspension is heated. On the long race like this, the suspension, the shock absorbers can fade. He looks to me to be getting a rough ride.
Both different lines here. Bruno and Malherbe gets the lead, does he? They again, and once again, and Bruno weighs him through. Jean-Jacques Bruno, there was no doubt about that, Dave Nicol. How on earth and why did Jean-Jacques Bruno wave Andre Malherbe through?
I don't understand it. There's obviously a friendship there of some sort, but I don't think the factory bosses will be too happy about that.
Well, whether that will, of course, Mr. Bruno, his Suzuki ride for next year, we shall have to wait and see. But certainly, Jean-Jacques Bruno, maybe Bruno, as a friend, is trying to help Malherbe quicken his pace, trying to get the adrenaline flowing, trying to get him into a competitive frame of mind. But certainly, Bruno's on Suzuki, and Malherbe is on Honda.
It's got all the hallmarks that Bruno's due to be on Honda.
Well, we shall wait and see. And again, Malherbe not really that quick. Bruno had to ease off almost so he doesn't go ahead of him. And all this time, Håkan Carlquist, the Swede, is out in front and opening a gap. The situation then at the end of the 14th lap. Out in front, Håkan Carlquist. Second, Andre Malherbe, number 5. Third is Jean-Jacques Bruno, number 9. Fourth is Harry Everts, number 12. Fifth is the Ulsterman Lawrence Spence, number 36. Sixth is 14, Ivan van den Broek. Graham Noyce, number 4, is in 7th place. Eighth is Jack van Velthoven. Ninth is number 10, that's Jukka Sintonen from Finland. And in 10th place is number 2, Andre Vromans. When they come round over the finish line, there will be 2 more laps to go. And really, Andre Malherbe now is looking for a miracle. And miracles do happen, of course, in motocross racing. And when you've got a friend like Jean-Jacques Bruno trying to make you on Dave Nicol, anything could happen.
Well, we've already seen Carlquist make a mistake and stall at the bottom of the hill. These last 2 laps, the pressure's really on.
And Carlquist now has the 2 lap to go sign, and any second now, so too will Malherbe and Bruno. So can